Okay, here we are again. I'm trying to hurry up, mijo. I know there's a lot of videos, but there's just a lot of stuff to unpack here. So right here, another similarity is allowed to touch a tree, but when the woman is pregnant and wants to eat the bark of the tree, her husband doesn't get it for herself, so she decides to get it. Okay, now I think it's falling into um, because, well, you'll see what I mean. Let me just keep reading. Nobody in the sky was allowed to touch the tree, but when the woman is pregnant and wants to eat the bark of the tree, her husband doesn't get it for her, so she decides to get it herself, and that is when she falls from grace and her hardships begin. In Genesis, it is very similar situation. Okay, I guess that's fine. That's okay. Never mind. In Genesis, it is a very similar situation. The sacred tree, again, make sure you italicize sacred tree. In the Garden of Eden, you have to italicize, not highlight, but italicize the sacred tree, and in the Garden of Eden, highlight Garden of Eden, lowercase the, is named the tree of knowledge. Again, you need to italicize that because it's a specific type of tree. And you don't need to do them all in caps, I don't think. Just italicize them, yeah. The sacred tree in the Garden of Eden is named the tree of knowledge, of good, or maybe in parentheses right here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and highlight this because you're adding, that's extra information. Okay, I'll show you what I know. The sacred tree in the Garden of Eden is named the tree of knowledge, parentheses, of good and evil. Nobody is allowed, again, we have a comma splice here, you need to look at this, another one. Okay, I'm going to do this one again green to offset it from the yellow, so you know it's not together. Nobody is allowed to touch or eat from the tree either, but Eve as well, maybe as well there. But Eve is convinced by a serpent to, she is told that it will give her knowledge and make her immortal like the gods. When she eats the fruit, the forbidden tree, when she eats the fruit, make sure you fix this, okay? Again, you're rushing through it. Give yourself time, don't procrastinate. When she eats the fruit from the forbidden tree, she is punished by God. Very good. The woman in both the stories are very much alike. Okay, again, transition. Okay, we need to have that transition there. Okay, transition sentence. You need to provide some kind of link. In other words, you need like a little segue. You need to ease. Okay, what is it about? What is coming? You need to give them kind of a little clue to tell them what's going to come next in the next paragraph. So I don't know how you're going to do that, but you need to have that because you're going to lose a lot of points for that, Mijo. But I understand, again, this would be like this is like the third day of drafting. This is what you turned in, a third day of drafting. And I know if you would have had given yourself more time, you would have had that in there. Okay, the women in both of these stories are very much alike also. Okay, you don't need also, just, it's redundant. We already know it's also. So again, take that out. Okay, just take it out. Highlight it, look at it, take it out. I'm not going to take it out. You need to take it out. They both go against the orders that have been given to them. And the world on Pharaoh's back, again, fix that. The woman is the one that touches the great tree and gets punished. We also read that in Genesis, the woman Eve is the betrayer too. Okay, wrong too. Okay, just to go back to it. The women in both of these stories are very much alike. They both go against the orders that have been given to them. And the world on the Pharaoh's back, the woman is the one that touches the great tree. Again, italicized and gets punished. True. We also read again, basic capitalization error there. We also read that in Genesis, the woman Eve is the betrayer too. Okay, make sure you understand which two that is. Perhaps this is done on purpose because the authors are trying to show us the women are the beings that bring us to this planet, which makes us go through pain and suffering, just like they did, which shows that both stories might be trying to get the same message across. Okay, this is what I like right here. This is where the meat is at of your essay right here. This is what I wanted from you guys right here. I'm gonna put it in green because that's how important it is. Because this is done on purpose. Okay, the fact that because this is done on purpose because the authors are trying to show us that women are the beings that bring us to the planet, which makes us go through pain and suffering, just like they did, which shows that both stories might be trying to get the same message across. Okay, you need to expand on this idea of how we suffer because of them, how they suffered. So I want you to expand that. This should be like its own paragraph. This is actually probably one of the most intriguing things I've seen of your essay right now. You need to expand that big time. That's what I want. Another video has gone through. You know what to do.